Hi everyone, something a little bit different for you today. The vast majority of people who know me will recognise me for barbel fishing on the River Severn, but you join me today on the banks of the River Avon and it's going to be a predator session chasing down hopefully a few Zander and Pike. I do quite a bit of predator fishing throughout the course of the winter, but I've not brought you that content before, and I'm going to do that over the course of this winter just to bring some variety to the channel and a few more different species. And I'm going to show you how I go about my predator fishing, because it's probably safe to say it's not the most of conventional methods. I've got probably 3 or 4 hours this afternoon. As you can see behind me, it's quite bright, bit of blue sky. The water clarity is so clear, so conditions aren't great at all, but we're going to make the most of what time we've got this afternoon. We'll hopefully get ourselves either a Zander or a Pike in the net, and I'll show you my approach over the course of the rest of the afternoon. Well, conditions far from ideal, as you can see. Blue skies, bright autumn's day. Look at the water clarity there in the margin. You can see the bottom probably 5 meters out, something like that. We're desperate for a bit of rain, which is probably the last thing that we've been saying in most recent autumns. But it's not rained really for about 4 weeks now. We had some floods in October, but it's not really done anything since. Conditions are what they are though. We're just going to do our best this afternoon over the time it's available to get a couple of bites. We'll work hard, get some scent and attraction out, and then swim. Just keep sending out fresh dead baits. Yeah, see if we can pick up 1 or 2 bites. So I've got a couple of packets of deads with me today. Pack of roach there and a mixed packet on the left. I've just left the roach in there also, but what I'm going to do with the other species is just chop them up into chunks. I'm going to pack those into my feeder, and I'm also going to scatter a few chunks up and down this near side margin just to get some smell and attraction in the water. And if there's any Zander or Pike lurking up and down this margin here, hopefully they'll get a whiff of that in the water, come and investigate, find my dead bait. Yeah, and hopefully that'll help speed up 1 or 2 bites this afternoon. So I'm just going to chop these up into random chunks. A couple of bigger bits on this middle fish here. Need to get this knife sharpened. So we'll scatter those in the margin there. Nice oily mackerel here. Let's get some chunks cut up. A couple of bigger chunks there. So we'll scatter them in the margin. Pack these into the feeder just to go out with these roach. Lovely stuff, perfect Zander bait. Yeah, and hopefully that will help us get a couple of bites nice and quickly. So I've got a nice simple dead bait setup I'm using today. There's my roach there, probably 3-4 inches long, something like that. I've got a size 3/0 circle hook there onto probably about 8-9 inches of Drennan 15-pound soft strand. Now I really like this material because it's supple, you can knot it, it's perfect for using alongside a circle hook setup. I blob the knots down with a little bit of super glue, and then I've just got this on a regular running rig. So I've got a ring there down to a buffer bead. Underneath that, got a quick change swivel there that's just securing my hook length. So this is perfect for Zander fishing because you don't want any resistance whatsoever. You want them to be able to confidently pick the bait up, take it away nice and slowly. You don't want any resistance, otherwise they're going to spit it for you. Feeder, all that lovely mulched up chopped fish that I showed you before, I've packed that in there. So that is pushing out scent and attraction into the margin as well, which is what I'm looking for, just helping to pull a few fish in. And then that's it, rods up in the air, watching the tips. Like I said before, it's probably not the most conventional of methods. Most people prefer flat horizontal rods on a buzzer with a drop back indicator, but for me, Zander fishing, also comfortable with this for pike fishing as well, on the tip. It's my way of going about it. It's just what I've always done. It's what I prefer. Gets me lots of predator bites over the course of the winter. There's my setup. Let's get this in the water. It's probably about 2.5 hours of daylight left, something like that. It's a lovely November day. Just panning the camera around. Lots of boats about. Lots of attraction for the bait fish to be in this area, which is going to naturally pull the predators along as well. Could just do with a bit more clarity in that water though. Or sorry, less clarity in the water. Could do with a little bit more colour, is what I meant to say. Definitely don't want any more clarity. I don't think it can get any clearer than what it is. But the rods are out now. Come on, that first bite. Well, looks like take on the right hand rod. Yeah, fish on. It's just pouring down the near side margin at the minute. Not doing a great deal, but oh yeah, we're woken up now. Definitely awake now. Oh, it's a pike. No such luck on the Z, but we'll definitely take him. Yeah, there we go. Nothing huge, but well, that'll do for a nice start. So there's the first pike of the session, and it's definitely a lot bigger than I'll give it initially credit for. Easily a double. We'll drop this on the scales to see how big it goes. Gorgeous pattern and colour scheme across its back there. So let it have a good rest in the net, and then we'll get it out to show you. Well, first fish of the session, and it's a bigger pike than I thought it was actually. There we go, 15.5 pound. It's a really long fish. Not carrying much weight this time of year, so support its back there. Downstream rod taking on a roach. Really gorgeous markings, gorgeous colours. What a stunning pike that is to start the session. Well, that's just the start that I wanted. Cracking pike there on the downstream rod. The rods have been out about an hour. Couple of subtle nudges on the tip to start with, and then it gradually arced straight over, and the fish just started taking a little bit of line, so just wound into it as you saw there. So circle hook, hooked straight in the scissors, just where you want it, which is perfect. Just what I'm looking for. That pike's now had a good rest. It's gone back. I've got the rod back out on the spot with another roach dead bait. There's a couple of hours left this afternoon. Chance of a Zander's probably going to be in these conditions with the water clarity as it is today. If there is a chance, it'll be right on last knockings as the light's dropping off. So this venue here, you've got to be off half an hour after sunset, something like that. I'm not exactly sure what the specific rule is, but there's no night fishing anyway. So yeah, you just got to be off at a reasonable time as soon as it starts getting into dusk and darkness. It's about 2:30 now, so there's a couple of hours or so to go till that light drops off. So we'll keep refreshing the rods probably every 45 minutes to an hour, something like that. I don't want to disturb the swim too much out there. We'll see what else turns up. Hopefully we'll get ourselves a Zander over the course of the rest of the session. So here's the products I used to make those hook lengths I showed you earlier on. This soft strand product, it's a safe, knottable wire. Pike can't bite through that. It's so easy to use. It's just like tying up a hook length as if it were mono, braid or fluorocarbon. And I pair it up with these 3/0 sized hooks. I'll put links to these products in the video description, so if you want to take a look at these yourself and give them a try, you'll find the details in the description of the video. And I pair those up with this Camo Bolt Run kit, which is perfect for Zander fishing, just to make that free running setup so they can't feel any resistance when they pick up a dead bait. That's pretty much the setup I'll be using all winter. We just need a Zander to come along now. Hopefully we're in with a chance over the last hour or so of the session. Any cloud cover now is just pretty much past. So we just really need the light levels to drop off now, but we're in with a good chance. Hopefully we can finish the session off to accompany that pike with a nice Avon Zander. So a few chopped chunks of fish going out. Oh, a bit of splash back there. Definitely didn't need that. Seagull's interested. And then I've got the remainder of this here that I'm going to pack in the feeder. Thankfully that's just sunk there before the seagulls got hold of it. But yeah, that's just going to hopefully, if there's any pike and zander up and down here, they're just going to get the smell in the water, come in, investigate. Yeah, and hopefully that's going to help us pick up one or two quick bites. I'm just going to refresh this downstream rod, just get some fresh chunks in the feeder. Nothing's touched that dead bait. Right, there's the chunks of fish in the feeder there, so just pack them right down tight. Get a few of these bits in here. The light levels are dropping off really quickly now. We're into that golden hour where all the different colours start to show themselves. It's been an absolutely glorious afternoon. Look at that for a view. Hopefully there's a few zander and pike moving up this near side margin. Just on the move now, the light levels are changing. We've got about 40-45 minutes to go before we've got to get off. One more bite would be really great just to cap the session off. Come on those zander. Well, that's my time up for this afternoon, unfortunately, and the Zander have eluded me today, but that pike earlier on today was a big success at 15.5 pounds. Thrilled to have got that one, to have got my predator fishing for this winter off to a positive start there. I'll be back again next week. Now, there is some rain forecast over the next few days, so I'm hopeful that that's going to spice the river up a little bit and get those Zander moving round, and the chance of a daytime bite will hopefully increase once we get some colour into the water and just get those fish a little bit more confident moving round. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, feel free to subscribe, as there'll be more predator fishing over the course of the winter ahead. Good luck with your own fishing, and I'll see you on another one again soon.